Okay, we're about to enter the next home, and we're going to do a little bit of a walk around on the outside here. Again, you know, we're at this historic farm village that it wasn't built out of, it's real. I mean, this is the real deal. We will be going in the house in a little bit, but I want to do the outside first. This is a water pump. See that? Let's go look at it. Put it on pause if you want to read it, but man, oh man, it beat the hell out of pulling it up by hand. The woman at the well. Another washing station. We've really gotten modern here. We got you know, you got the old wringer system here. Scrub board, scrub, run it through the wringer, and it comes out here. Not sure what that's for, but I imagine it was you'd put a bunch of clothes in the big bucket and agitate the hell out of them with that. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, especially you gentlemen. Now you know how to do your laundry and you can't BS your way out of it anymore. 1, 2, 3. That's important. Not just scrub, but scrub. Get that soap out of them or you're gonna be itchy. Yep. And yeah, hang to dry. If you go on YouTube, they got interesting documentary, probably was made around 1950 in you know, industrial films, and they show how they made wooden clothespins. It's amazing. It's just amazing to watch.
Oh, well, I know Amy has
They got a feeder.
Amy has a machine for...
Hello, Mr. Goat.
How you doing there, sniffer sniffer?
Come on, give me a sniff. Oh, you don't want to. Look at that. Look at that sniffer. He says, "Not. I just want food."
Yeah, these are your Nubians. That's the kind I always wanted.
Oh, that feel good. Oh, those taste good.
Oh, did you pick the roll quota? They only give us 5 pieces.
You get 5 little
5
kernels.
pieces.
Whoa,
They
short
try it.
goat.
Oh, look at it. Oh, that tastes good. Oh, you drop one. You drop one.
Hold up, hold up.
Gosh.
This one won't want him to have any.
Oh, here. Oh, you're so exciting. You dropped them.
So let's step on into the 1933. We've been here for well over an hour and we have not seen another single human being. It's just amazing. I don't know if you can see much in here. I don't think they have lights. No, they don't have lights in here. Got a banjo though. So you're just gonna have to, hopefully you'll be able to see it good enough. Wash basin, come in after a hard day's work. Wash that neck and behind the ears, eh? Whoa, now there's a hat I wouldn't mind putting on. Guests come over, have a seat. While they're having a seat, Mom is in the kitchen, getting ready. Papa's gonna play some music for them after they eat, but Mom is in the kitchen. You know, these are farmers, so they've got food. You know, during the Depression, if you were in the right area, you had food. the Depression didn't affect these people. It was depending on where you were at. If you were there in the Dust Bowl, you had a problem. They even have a telephone hooked up here. Whether they had a phone then or not, hard to say. Check this out. Always alive, never dead. Definitely World War II era. After the war, get married, get married, get married, have children. After dinner, maybe you sit down and have yourself a little reading time before you go to bed. Because you know, tomorrow, the sun always gets up earlier than you do, it seems. But when you're a farmer, you always get up before the sun. The stove to cook on. I am not going to open this up. I'm tempted to, but I'm just not gonna. Something says to me, don't open it. Hope that's coming out good. White seal. Wow. That's what I'd want. That's telling me this thing is cold and it's sealed up good. And it wasn't electric. You put a block of ice in there. I don't know where they'd get their ice from back then, but you know, you put ice in the right place with sawdust, you'd be surprised how long it'll last. Hope you can read this. When they taught Americans how to grow their own food. More ringers and washboards. It says what you see here are items that were used for butter making. Look at this. Another big old, I'm gonna guess this is gas. Maybe it's wood. Look at that. Cornbread. Yeah, this is gas. Yeah. You can see where you turn the gas off and on. Unbelievable. Bottle capper. I have actually done that as a kid. I'm not going to, yeah, see? You push that down and you put the cap on. The caps were metal with cork inside them. There's an old meat grinder. Done that too. I worked in a Chinese restaurant. I mean, we had one, my mother had a meat grinder, but I worked at a Chinese restaurant. They had a big one. They hook it up and we'd grind up celery for the egg rolls. That is crazy. I guess it, yeah, heated the water maybe with fuel. I don't know. That looks like a pump. This is just incredible. Look at this stuff. Kellogg's Pep. Holy Toledo. Kellogg's Pep. I don't believe what I'm saying here. Kellogg's Pep was a cereal put out, of course, by Kellogg's. And the reason I know what this is because I listen to old-time radio shows. And the Superman radio show was brought to you by Kellogg's Pep. And they'd really belt out the word pep. And, you know, if you didn't eat Kellogg's Pep, man, you were just going to fall apart and turn into dust. Wow, I never thought in my life I'd hold a can of Kellogg's Pep in my hand. And they had all kinds of premium offers. You know, but the radio shows I was listening to, I didn't realize how old this stuff was. They was, by that time, coming in a cardboard box. This would have been 1940s during World War II. And you could send in the box tops, and they'd have all kinds of little things that they'd send you in the mail. I don't know. I've never heard of patio orange soda, but that's cool. Wow. Check this out. You know, I'd walk a mile for a Camel. This is awesome. You know, when I was a kid, Camel cigarettes, of course, came in a regular pack, 20 cigarettes to a pack. And the old joke was, if you were stranded out in the desert and you had to pick a place to sleep, where would you sleep? And some people would say, well, I'd sleep in the shade under the camel. Other people would say, oh, I guess I'd go and sleep under the palm trees, and so on. Everybody would keep, where would you sleep? And then when you got done on a regular old pack of camels, like I'm talking 1960, 65, I don't know if they've changed, you'd say, well, I'd just go around the corner and sleep in the hotel. And when you turn that back around, the other side was this big, like, Arabian-looking building, and with palm trees and all that. It looked like a big hotel, and it always got a good laugh out of people. And put that back up here. Let's see what else we got here. I have no idea. It's pretty dark in here. Flint brand. Can't read it. Non-grease ribbon. Typewriter ribbon. Oh my gosh. Typewriter ribbon. And there's a reason for that to be here, for sure. Ryzen. Ryzen sounds like you might use it for bread making. I don't know. The perfect baking powder. Hey, yeah, I was right on. The General Chemical Company. 40 cents, 1 pound. Would you buy powder to put in your bread today if it came from a place called the General Chemical Company? Probably not. We definitely don't like the word chemicals too much anymore. Wow, what do we got here? Oh man, what is this? It's a saddle soap. You know, you put this on boots and all that good stuff. Saddle soap. And here's another one. Pure ribbon cane syrup. Here's your cane syrup. You know, I guess Mama would use this for making certain cookies and things, you know. It's from out of Abbeville, Louisiana. Steens. Pure ribbon cane syrup. This is fantastic being here. Oh, gee, I think they still make this. When I was a little kid, my mother we had cans like this at the house, for real. Calumet. I know that ain't around no more. You know, you see what's on the can. Oh, brother, that would be, you can't have that. But I remember as a little kid looking at this can, and you know, the Indian looked super cool. The Super Chief, Pontiac. All right, let's look at what's here. You know, we had the, ribbon. That was a pretty normal thing to hang the chairs up like that in the old days to give you more room. You take them down as people came over. And there's a typewriter. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Look at that. We got Prince Albert. And of course, back when I was a kid, and all the people in the stores knew it, we'd go in and say, hey, you guys we'd say, do you have Prince Albert in a can? And they'd always laugh and say, yes, we do. And then we'd say, well, why don't you let him out? That was a big prank when we were little kids. And I'm going to cut this here because it's getting long, but I'm going to start it up again. I'm going to keep going. We're almost through this house. And, you know, why not? You also got half and half pipe tobacco. Prince Albert can, of course, you probably read it was pipe tobacco. And I was thinking about the old man sitting on the couch out there reading the local newspaper while he was puffing on his pipe. Pipes were a real big deal back in those days. I don't think many people smoke them today. And that's an office, you know, it says private. Yeah, we've actually seen, I think we've seen everything. Let's see if they missed anything. No, actually, we've gotten it all. And I'm not lying to you, I'm not going to screw you. I'm totally on the level. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.